Alrighty then, it's time for everyone's favorite Demacian, Garen in the top lane. Which you're going, and I'm gonna be having such a poopy time. Ha ha ha, great joke. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm fighting against top lane Poppy. Her joke name is Poopy, yeah, sue me. Anyways, same runes as always, attack damage red, attack damage quince, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, and I believe in this one I went with 0, 12, 18 masteries. Actually, I think it was 6, 6, 18. I'm not quite really sure. I took Grasp of the Undying. Normally, I will take either Thunderlords or sometimes Fervor against some opponents, but against her, I figure she's going to be tanky, that I can't really burst her down except in the early game. As you can see, I'm going ham on her. At level 1, I definitely have the advantage. In fact, I ended up leveling up my Q to rank 2 because I thought maybe I'd be able to burst her down with a flash right after because she got so low, but unfortunately no, her corrupting potion heals her up to full, and the occasional shield tosses with Grasp of the Undying keeps her stable. Now, the matchup versus Garen and Poppy is one I've only ever fought once before, and that wasn't really a high-end match. I believe it was just, normals, because somebody asked me, oh, can I jungle? And I decided just to kind of troll with Garen. So that game was so boring, but never mind. This is technically the first official top lane matchup I've had against Poppy as Garen, or at least new Poppy. And with old Poppy, you pretty much just killed her. She didn't do shit. I mean, yeah, she's got a lot of damage and whatnot, but your combo shut her down quite a lot, and eventually you just kind of were able to murder her at the end. That's why I went with Ghostblade, or I'm gonna go with Ghostblade. In the past, I figured it might be the same thing right now. You get Ghostblade, you just kind of have to beat her up a couple times and then finish her off. She didn't really kill you quickly enough, or at least until way later. Like way later, you can't do anything to old Poppy. So this new one, I'm sort of treating it like the old one, but she now actually has some more issues that exacerbate the lane matchups. Like, I don't exactly think top lane Poppy or Poppy in general is insanely overpowered. She's just annoying as hell, because her damage is really high in proportionate to her tankiness. What that means when something is pound for pound proportionate is where, like, for how much tankiness she has quite a bit of damage. Thankfully, a lot of that damage isn't really, it's a lot of it is conditional, so she can't just use it, right? If you're not next to a wall, her E is not going to do that much. Her Q is pretty dodgeable, and her ultimate isn't really much for damage. It's going to be screwed up. You can use it for like a mini knockup, but otherwise, you kind of have to you have to be in certain positions to maximize her damage. So it's technically okay. The problem is though, is just a lot of champions can't kill her, and then she's got her ultimate to just pretty much reset the fight, and it's all sorts of frustrating. Right now here I get ganked, and I actually should have seen the Master Yi coming. I think I was just too focused on trying to kill a Poppy that I ended up getting ganked, so that was my mistake. Thankfully though, there was something that I was able to notice from that little fight. The Master Yi's damage is still rather pitiful, so I have no fear of him if he ends up coming fighting me alone. And of course, that's me alluding to something crazy. Anyways, top lane is still rather dull. My combo doesn't do enough damage to the Poppy. And I'm trying to build armor penetration, Ghostblade, eventually Black Cleaver, and just trying to grind her down. Of course, her rushing a Sunfire Cape makes this very difficult for me. I was considered whatever that new Last Whisper was, but I think it's not that great of an item right now. And at the same time, the rest of the team might not actually get any armor to warrant it. So I'm just hoping that two things. One, either Poppy gets villain and I just kick her ass, or my teammate Amumu comes top lane and helps me kill her, which he does. This gank doesn't go so cleanly. My E doesn't really do any damage. Amumu misses Q, but thankfully he has his ultimate. Unfortunately here, we still don't have that much damage. My ultimate doesn't finish her off. Thankfully, Amumu eventually just kills her with his tears. So my top lane is essentially won, but as you know with champions like Poppy, they don't technically lose in the late game or in team fights. With that said, with Teleport, she's technically more useful than me since I decided to go man mode because I wanted to kill some bitches. Now, I've been bored out of my goddamn mind playing solo queue because it just, again, I've said it before, it keeps giving me top lane, and my repertoire isn't that high. So I've just been playing the same shit. I recently added Aurelion Sol, which is ridiculously fun in top lane. But I just wanted to have this Garen game where I kill people. So that's why I'm built this way. Anyways, I love this little scene. I go to clear Pink Ward, and then Master Yi comes in, burns his ultimate, uses his red spell. He's like, I'll take out Garen. And then he quickly realizes this is a terrible idea and runs away. I love that. Don't try to melee fight. Don't try to man fight the manliest man of Demacia, okay? Don't do that. You just come out a bitch. So, like, no matter how strapped you are, no matter just, you know, so Garen can be drunk, Garen can be passed out, he can have his underwear down. If you try to mount him, he's gonna flip you over and destroy you instead. So, yeah, I love that. My whole idea, like I said, is I'm hoping that since I can't kill Poppy anymore, as you can see, she should become too tanky, and I guess my items aren't there yet. I'm gonna be killing whoever the hell is the villain, or Master Yi, or any squishy person that gets in range. I'm gonna try to ignore Poppy in fights. My intention right now is just pretty much farming, or hopefully Poppy leaves and I take her damn tower. But again, it's just getting ridiculously hard. She's just constantly pushing it over, and there's nothing I can do about it. And you know, Garen is a champion that would have naturally taken down these types of champions like Poppy. And I know the build isn't the strongest against them, but technically I was actually very surprised at how little damage I was doing to her. This is gonna be, keep this in mind, I didn't follow her into the bush because I know that would just have resulted in my death, right? Because she had the upper hand there. But honestly, while I was playing this, I was getting very frustrated because this is boring as hell. And I've already had a lot of boring games that day. And I really just want to kill Poppy. I just want to dunk my top lane opponent. So I go in on her, go all ham, deal a shitload of damage actually, and she just knocks me away with her ultimate. And this is completely a huge mistake and out of character, but I go forward and I lose her in the bushes again and I go after her. Normally, you don't want to do this kind of shit. In fact, the video from yesterday highlighted this. If you go into the bush, you can't auto-attack or target anybody, right? You can't attack them. So it gives you a few seconds of getting your cooldowns back in case you just need a little bit more to use your rotation, but it also gives you the initiative on the attack. So when my swing is lost because I can't see you, but you can still see me from the bush, so you get to swing your weapon first. So if, let's say we just needed one shot to kill each other, you get the advantage and then thus you win. So I did not make that mistake when I avoided going into the first bush, but then I made that mistake I avoided in the first place in the other bush. So that was just me getting ridiculously mad, and I shouldn't have done that. Still though, we catch Amumu catches Master Yi and kills him, and then we catch Poppy, who tried to save Master Yi. And out of my pure frustration, out of a pure just wanting of revenge, I ult her face, even though we probably would have killed her without it. I just wanted Poppy dead. I want her in the goddamn grave, 6 feet under. Fuck that champion, I hate it so much. Like, it's just, you want to play a top lane champion and you want to have fun, try to destroy your opponent? Nope, they picked Poppy. Just try to have fun that way. I mean, you have Nunu, right, who's frustrating and a pain in the ass, but with Nunu, it's hilarious. Poppy's just like, it's just like a slow nub. Like, Nunu is funny to watch, Poppy's not. I just can't seem to have any fun fighting Poppy. But want to know what it truly is fun? Poppy's a villain right now. And I don't fucking think she realized it, but as soon as I see that, I just start stabbing at her, dealing damage to her, and as soon as I get in range, I go in and do my combo, and I think she realized too late, holy shit, this is dealing a whole lot of damage. So she just panics, ults me, and knocks me up instead of just trying to, send me flying, and I'm able to dunk her ass down. Oh, I was waiting for that. To wanted a 1v1 her for the longest time. So now my Demacian boner is just like that. Right, no Viagra for me. Anyways, that's my whole premise right now. If any of them get villains, especially Poppy, I will kill them or try to kill them before they can do anything. Everyone else probably can die by a combo right now anyways. My build is sort of nearly complete. Ghost Blade, Black Cleaver, and then I'm going tanky because they're actually doing quite a bit of damage to me. So, but I'm going with the offensive tanky items, Dead Man's Plate and that kind of shit. So I'm trying to at least be able to kill one person with a full combo and then survive to maybe do it again to somebody else without the ultimate, of course. The enemy team is barricading themselves. They're putting a lot of wards. That's pretty damn smart considering my team has absolutely no pushing power. And all we want is to get pickoffs and a lucky kill somewhere or a team fight, right? So, in a situation like this, if you know your opponents don't have any form of sieging power, then you need a ward as much as you can. because if a team fight, if a team like mine catches one person, we can actually use that to push. Normally, like if they're down a man, we can tower dive them. We have the advantage. We'll destroy the shit out of them. But if it's 5v5, we're not doing anything. So the enemy team warding as much as they are is pretty damn smart. So take that as a lesson to you guys who are watching, who are less experienced. If you don't force fights against a team that fights a lot, just siege them. Sort of, hopefully they beat themselves by making mistakes, and then you take that advantage and push in return. Don't try to force fights against team fight compositions. The only disadvantage though that might happen is that if your team doesn't really have any potential to catch anybody in return when they make mistakes, is that what my team is doing right now, we're trying to starve them out. We're going up and down the lanes, taking as much farm as we can, as much objectives as we can. But look at this. The purple team actually has the balls to do this. They go for the Baron and they manage to take it, mostly because the Ahri was all the way bottom lane and she wouldn't be able to show up quickly enough. This was ridiculously ballsy, and they managed to get it, but it's going to result in a lot of them dying. Still though, you can see we killed the Master Yi, the Poppy, the Mumu dies, the Nautilus dies. Everyone pretty much is dying left and right. The Brand does a good damn job of, escaping from us and then killing the Ezreal and then almost killing my ass too. I survived with just a little bit and then eventually Ahri finishes him off. But yeah, that was a ridiculously ballsy play. It honestly backfired on them because we caught them and killed them. We got there almost just in time to stop it. But of course, he took it and we just wiped them out. But yeah, that's the kind of shit you want in a team, in a sort of situation like this. You want an opportunity to present itself, and then you strike at it. Don't try to force it against a team fight comp that wants to lure your ass out. Either way, we catch Azir and we die, and you can see me here being engaged by pretty much everybody, and I pretty much get barbecued by Brandon. Well, Master Yi, he slices me up. Fortunately, my teammates arrive in time to finish him off, and then this fight just becomes ridiculously chaotic. Everyone's sort of focusing somebody else. They're kind of attacking the Poppy instead of the Lucian, so Lucian gets to gun down the Ahri. And then Nautilus gets gunned down as well. Mumu survives quite a long time. Ezreal shows up and makes some ridiculously ballsy plays, taking a lot of damage to which he probably could have avoided if he just stood behind the wall. Fortunately, he kills the Ezreal before Poppy finishes him off. Poppy finishes off the Mumu right now against the wall. And then Ezreal, once again, sort of does the thing he shouldn't be doing and is fighting people near bushes in which they're hiding. If she was a little bit more patient and she waited for her cooldowns, she might have been able to finish him off just in a quick succession. He couldn't see her except just try to Q her, and that one Q wasn't enough to kill her. So either way, as you can see, this game has taken almost 40 minutes, and we're not close to taking an inhibitor, let alone the Nexus. So it's just showcasing the huge differences between my composition and their composition. My team is pretty much pure team fight. Well, theirs is a mixture of team fight, but they have a lot of sieging capabilities and wave clear. So we're not really getting anywhere. As you can see, this game's going to take 71,000 minutes. You can check right there by the replay timer. Anyways, we're going to be here for quite a while, but right now we're pushing down bottom lane, and just unbeknownst to us, the enemy team blitzes mid. So we're kind of, we have this panic reaction to them, and they get to the upper hand on us. None of them die. They kill Nautilus, they kill a Mumu, and then Master Yi manages to kill another one, another player. He only dies because he went too ham, and Lucian only dies because he got too damn close for some damn reason, and he gets picked off. So thankfully, it's just a 3-for-2, and we traded tower for tower, and we managed to protect ours. So yeah, they don't really get too much of an advantage, but this is showcasing to us that the enemy team is going very, very ham. They're trying to look for every opportunity. Like I said, my team needs to find one of them to pick off, preferably either the Azir or the Brand, and then use that to win because they won't be able to defend their tower any further. They need both of them alive. They need to get a really big objective like Baron or some shit. Thankfully for us, the Brand gets so out of position, he gets caught and pretty much instantly murdered. And just because of that, just because of the Brand being caught, we're able to push for the Nexus, full on through the Nexus. Azir gets caught by Nautilus right now, and thanks to that, a full-on teamfight occurs. But of course, the enemy team has absolutely nothing on my composition. Master Yi gets exhausted, he's the villain, so he's just going to get absolutely blown up. Mumu's distracting Poppy and Lucian from the rest of my team, so even though he dies, the enemy team doesn't get to do jack shit. And then Lucian gets murdered because he got a little too gung-ho. So thanks to that, thanks to Brand being caught, we win the game. I hope this video showcases the huge disparity between team compositions and how to at least handle it a little bit. both teams were doing making the correct decisions as to how to counter the other, but ultimately my team won because Brand got caught at the end. So hooray for both teams who were doing their very best to win this game. Yay! Videos like this are made possible by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Loot Crate's upcoming April crate contains Harry Potter, Vikings, Labyrinth of the David Bowie kind, and Uncharted stuff. If you're interested in any of those themes and would like to check out the offer, click the link in the description below. Using either service greatly supports my channel and I'll appreciate it tremendously.